Hello and welcome. This is Chrisanne. I'm coming at you from Elemental Energies with Chrisanne. I hope you have seen all the wonderful goodies that I was lucky enough to purchase from a local secondhand shop, and I purchased a whole bunch of Stampin' Up items from a woman that used to be a Stampin' Up demonstrator before she unfortunately passed away. I was lucky enough to purchase all the things that had been donated to a local secondhand shop. So let's start making things with the things. So first of all, what I want to do is I want to take this. I purchased this a long time ago from Temu. I want to take this and I want to turn it into a thing that holds a whole bunch of punch outs. So one is going to be flowers. One I have, let's see. One is going to be trees, etc. So this is going to be sort of a nature one. I have another one of these and it's going to be all circles, squares, different sort of geometric shapes. So different, I take this one and it's all nature things right in it. So that is my plan. So let's go ahead. Let me move this out of the way. Let's go ahead and get some of these things stamped. So what I want to do is I want to stamp petite petals, and I have the coordinating punch to go with this one. So I want to stamp a whole bunch of these in all different colors, cut them out, put them in that blue bucket that I have that arranges them. So these are going to be, let me see. There's certain ones I want to do in certain colors. This one right here. Is that this one? Yes, I believe it is. Oh no, it's this one. I thought that would look very pretty in some browns. Now, how does my punch go? Okay, so my punch will punch it like that. All right, that's what I wanted to know. I want to get a whole bunch of these things. You know, like we have buckets of these things, all our little die cuts and fun things like that. I want to have a bucket of pre-made little die cuts. Now, this was a ink pad that I got that was completely bone dry. And I re-inked it. Let's see how well I did. So far, so good. Let's give it a test. And I am using a whole bunch of paper stamp. Yep, perfect. This was bone dry. So I did a video on that, how to re-ink it. I'm not sure when I'm actually going to be posting that video. I do record a whole bunch of videos ahead of time. And in case I get sick or we have doctor's appointments or things like that, I have videos in the queue ready to be posted because I post a video every single day. Okay, there's a whole bunch of those. Now, I have my lovely cloth here that I can clean this off with. I have a whole bunch of ink pads that I did get in that haul. I got all of these. So I also want to do some in some pretty colors as well. Let's go to purple next. But before I do that, I want to test with the cutter and just get a feel. Okay. So that spacing is good. Where's my blue? Get my blue bucket over here. Let me move this. Okay. And let's go through, and we're going to punch these out, and then I'm going to do all different colors and a whole variety of those. I think there was 6 stamps in this set. Now I have the bigger flower as well. Oh, it didn't punch out right, but let's pay attention a little better. I have some bigger flowers, and I have the punch that coordinates there. That coordinates with that one as well. So there's going to be a whole bunch of different types of flowers that I'm going to be putting in this little flower bucket here, this little section. I like paper punches. I mean, I like die cuts, don't get me wrong. I find paper punches to be quicker and easier. I know they're harder to store. I know. That's the only thing I don't like. They're a real pain in the tuchus to have appropriate storage space for them. So there's some of the brown ones. Let's move that out of the way. And we'll cut this off. I have my paper cutter here. I could probably use the paper cutter. If I get these all pre-cut and pre-ready, I'm more apt to use them. I'm more apt to use them in my art. So we're going to do this one in a whole bunch of different colors. I was going to do that one in other colors, but for now, let's do this. And this is Wisteria Wonder. Oh, the last one was Basic Brown, just so you know. Now, none of these other ones I re-inked or came with re-inkers. There was, I think, 3 re-inkers. I only used 1. I don't know how this one is. Let's test it out. I haven't tested any of these out. Oh, yeah, nice. This is a nice polka dot one. I like to cluster and layer, especially like little flowers like this. I'm going to wipe this off. I'm going to switch ink colors. Stamp it on that side. So let's see. Calypso Coral. So let me hold it this way so it will be easier to punch out when I get over here. Oh, that's pretty. And you know, making a whole bunch of little die cuts and things are fun to give to some of your artsy friends as well, because they may not have this stamp or punch, or I'm not going to stamp that one again. They may not have that stamp or that punch. Oh, this is the one that had leaked. I was going to get a cloth and clean that up, but while I am here, let me do this. Yeah, this one leaked and got on a few things. Yeah, it is all over my hands. Yeah, I'm covered. Per usual. I have all these little bits over here. Let's throw those away. Okay. Oh, let me get my blue bucket. I don't need my glue here. These are really deep. These are really nice containers. I got them because I saw the hinge and I liked the hinge. It was a really nice hinge. When you learn, you learn. I have been through experiences with other plastic containers that have horrible hinges. So they just snap right off. I saw the hinge on this and I said, that's a good container. I got these quite a while ago on Temu. Of course, you can't get all the stuff on Temu anymore like we used to. And I, in all honesty, have no interest in buying things from Temu now. Right now, it's everything you buy is quote unquote, in the United States at least, quote unquote shipped locally. And it's $2.99 shipping per item unless you buy $30 or more from that particular seller. But with some of the promotions they're doing, it is impossible to buy multiple things from the same seller. And I just did like a mock order the other day just to kind of see what was going on. The order was $70 and 40 of it was shipping. And I said, there is not a chance that I am doing this. Temu has now lost my business. And of course, the tariffs are not their fault, but I don't like how their website doesn't allow you to buy in certain promotions multiple things from the same seller. So I said, nope, I'm not interested. I need to hold this up to me a little bit better because it looks like I'm not getting a funky border, and I am. Yeah, see? It's off. Let's do it this way. Let's do it together. So yeah. Is it user error? Yeah, it's adding more of a border than what I'm seeing. I'll just account for it and just bring this down a little bit more than what I normally would. Yeah, see? That's all right. And these are cute. These look good clustered, this little size. All right, let me trim some of this off. I'm going to cut a lot more flowers. There's 6 stamps in this set, so let's use them. And I have a whole bunch of white paper here. Let's move that aside again. All right, let's go to that one next. This one. Okay, let's do that one in one of the blues. Then I had another blue ink pad, and it's not right here. Maybe I used it with something. So I'm still slowly, oh, that's going the wrong direction. I'll do this over here. I'm still slowly trying to find a spot to put all of these goodies that I got from that haul. That's the hardest part. You know, it's great to have all the goodies and it's great to have all the fun things. Where do you put it? Where do you store it, you know? So I have these really nice containers, these plastic clear acrylic containers. They're for a refrigerator, but they hold the stamps perfectly. So I'm happy about that. And they also hold the die cuts perfectly. Same size containers. The embossers, she actually stored them in like a plastic shoebox thing. So I'm just going to leave those in that. And then the paper. Yeah, see? This is weird. So right now I have the paper in the tub. If you saw the tub that I got, I have all the 12 by 12 papers in that. It fits beautifully. I just need to find a better place to put the tub. That's the biggest problem. But I'll figure it out. I'm happy with the smaller papers that were pre-cut to be card size. I have a container that I got actually from Joann's when it very first started to go out of business. It's a container that holds Christmas ball ornaments. And it's like a 3-layer that all clips together. It's quite large to hold Christmas decorations. And it holds all that cut up paper perfectly. So, super happy with that. And it took one of the layers. So I still have 2 of the layers to fill. It's long enough, but it's not wide enough to hold my 12 by 12 paper, which I was a little upset about that because I rather wished it would. Oh, here's this one. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. All right. Should we do this one again? No, we didn't use this one either. Cassie, just sit down. Cassie Rose, we'll do this one. Cassie Rose is in here. wanting to bury herself in like a little fort. This one's kind of watercolory looking. Very painterly looking. So I've got decent storage for most of the things. Is it perfect? No. And then I have tubs to put the paper punches in and my overflow stamps because I don't have enough of the tray things that go in the refrigerator to put the stamps in. I have 4 of those. I think I need 8. Those have skyrocketed in price because I bought mine years and years ago. And I think I'm going to look around at a couple of the local stores. And you know what? I don't want to leave this open like this. Let me close this up. There. And let's clean this off. There. So I'm on the hunt for more acrylic sort of long tray things. I'll find them. We have a store called Job Lots here in New England, and they sell some of those type of things. These that I have, I had purchased from Amazon a long time ago. Just do acrylic refrigerator storage, and you'll come across them. The one that I had bought initially isn't available anymore. I went back and looked because I was going to buy another set. It comes in a set of 4, and it's that particular seller and all that type of thing. It's no longer available. So that's why I'm not linking it. I do like to have decent storage for my things. Let's see if I can cut this one out. So we will keep looking, and I'll find stuff. I'm not really worried about it. My son is graduating in a few weeks, and I need to get cracking on making some of the stuff that I'm going to do for his party. He's just having a very, very small party. I don't have to make many things, but I'm going to make a bunch of things, but a few of each. So we'll see. Okay, let's get the stamp set. Here it is. And we didn't do this one. I don't think we did this one either. Do my Nemesis pink. This is Blushing Bride. Oh, this is one of the older ink pads too. So let's see if this is fully inked. I think the woman that owned all this stuff, this was like one of her colors because everything appeared to be pink. Yeah, that works. Everything I got is in beautiful, beautiful shape. I'm very lucky. I've given only a couple things to my mom so far. I'm putting together some of the stuff. She liked that set. It was like all glammed up or all dolled up or something. It's one that had like a lipstick and a perfume bottle. And then I found die cuts to match it. And then I found some designer paper to go with it. But in order to do all of the die cuts and everything, I just need to sit down, put it all together so I can make her a bunch of die cuts. She doesn't have a die cut machine. So I want to do the die cuts, and hopefully she can stamp on them once they have been cut. Hopefully. If not, I'll just do it all, that whole thing, and just, give it to her. But I'd like to give her that set because that's the one she seemed to really like. We're going to Tangelo Twist next. This was the one that got stuck when I was, yeah. Okay, let's flip this over. So that's sort of the biggest, I guess, set that she liked. That sort of dolled up one. There's a few others that she liked. I've given her a couple so far, and I've given her a couple of the punches too. But for the ones that have the die cuts, oh, and she liked the teapot one too. I'm going to do all the die cuts first. I like this one. I can see that I'll use this one a lot, especially with the brown. I think that will coordinate well. So let me do a few more. Okay, let's give these a little punch out. It's kind of like a craft along with me, but creating a whole bunch of die cuts that will be ready to be used. Now that I have all that paper that's ready and pre-cut to the shape, to the size of greeting cards, once I create something like this, and you know, what I plan to do is either put like a gem or a sequin or even a circle punch in the middle of all of these. But I'm not doing that until I actually put my card or my page layout together, because then I can see what other colors do I have, what other themes do I have. Tons of gems and all that fun stuff. And I just got even more too. So I thought that would look pretty. Just bring in a little bit of bling. But if I'm making a card, I don't like my cards to be super thick because I want them to cheaply go through the mail. So if I'm doing like a journal page, I'll do something probably a little more blingy. Hopefully. I mean, if I'm making a card for somebody and I'm just going to hand deliver it, I don't care how thick it is. But I am mindful when I'm giving cards away or selling cards, not to have them too thick. And I have a show coming up in September. And I normally have, or I like to normally have, my card display filled. It's not. It's really depleted because I've been giving a lot of cards away, and I need to make a bunch of cards because I have a whole bunch of folios that I would like to make. So I need to make a ton of cards. You and I will be doing that together. And now that I have all of these stamps, I'm just going to sit and play. And, you know, typically what I like to do, because I like to mass make stuff, you know, I can make 8 cards, a dozen cards, and then just do a little different twist to each one of them. Maybe the words are different, or if I'm doing paper dolls, the paper dolls are different on them. So mostly we're going to be sitting and mass making cards. I have some journals that I'd like to finish. I mean, goodness, I've been working on my mushroom fairy journal forever. And I have a lot of stuff that I can, like all the different little tchotchkes are made. I just need to put the actual journal together. That's my least favorite part. I have to say, I don't really care. I mean, I don't mind doing it, but doing the actual journal and showing it all together is my absolute least favorite part. If I'm going to pick a least favorite part, it's not that I mind it. It's just if I had to pick something, that is my least favorite part. I think we've stamped all of these. We didn't do like a ton of colors, but I'm happy with the colors that we did. Let's move this aside. And next, what color is this? Oh, that's a yellow. And it's like a peachy color. I want to move to another punch. Now, I'm not sure if I want to stamp these first and then punch them, or I want to punch them first and then stamp them. So we're going to do both ways and see which one I like better. I think I'm going to go with punching the paper and then stamping it. I just think I can get things lined up better. All right, so let's give that a try. See if this is going to fit. And I'm just going to punch a bunch of these out because I think this is what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to punch them and then stamp them. I think that's going to be the easiest. Let's do a few more or one more leaf. Okay. And I want a green. That's the only green I have here. So we'll do some yellow and we'll do some of that cantaloupe. And this is Timeless Tulips. Pretty sure that matches. Yeah, that matches. Oh, let me pull out the, oh, which one is it? Yeah, it's that one. Okay, we'll pull that out. All right, so let's do the Hello Honey first. Now, I'm certainly not going to be filling up that entire bucket today. I'm just showing you my idea and just kind of going with it. It might take me a month or two to get that fully stamped, punched, and filled. All right, I am going to kind of do this over here. Oh, pretty. All right. So we'll do a couple in this color. I'm going to punch a bunch more of these. And then I'll do some in that cantaloupe color. Let me try stamping it like this. Yeah. A little bit better. Oops. Let's do some leaves. I'm done with that one. And then we're going back to the pistachio pudding. Did we use this one yet? I think we, well, maybe not. I don't know. Okay. I need to make sure I have this lined up. Of course, I'm doing white on white, which is really not helping my cause right now. going to put this on. See, I have black paper here. Let's move these. There. Okay, that is not the right direction. There. There. That's the trick. Having the black paper in the background. Oop, wrong way. Nope, still wrong way. Yeah. So much better. There. Nice. I'm going to leave that one out because I want to do, where's my punch? Here it is. Let me close this up. I want to do a whole bunch more so I can do multiple colors and everything. Whenever I'm doing punching, I like to do it upside down so I can maximize the use of my paper when possible. I'll get another one right there without cutting it. Yeah, I think we're just going to make a bunch of these. All right, let's put these aside. Let's finish the green leaves since I have that here. Okay, let's open this back up again. Nope. There we go. Nice. I give it a little bit of a wiggle. It's still firmly pressed down, like it's not going anywhere. And I like rock it side to side and back and forth sometimes. That gets full coverage most of the time. I don't know. Is it subtle? I think it's subtle when I do the little rocking thing. Oops. I mean, I'm kind of quick at it. I hope you can see that. And I'm getting ink all over my fingers. Yeah, can you see that? Yeah. Okay, so that's good for the leaves. And my fingers. So let's put this one away. And we're going to move on to the cantaloupe. Let me clean that off. There. Oops. Stuff. Okay, let's open this up. And I think I'm going to do this towards me this way. Yeah. Nice. Oh, much better. Much, 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 much better there. You know what? There's two sides to every paper. Let's flip it over. Oh, much, much better. No comparison better. So by having all of these flowers and leaves and all these different little components ready to go, it's going to make my crafting so much more streamlined. You know, especially when you're mass making, like I need to make a bunch. Like when I'm telling you I need to make a bunch of cards, I probably need to make like 300. So I don't want to take an hour per card. I don't mind taking an hour per 10 or 20 cards. But even that is still a lot of time. And my average card, I used to get $2.50. And then I went up to like $3 and $3.50. So what do you get for your basic cards? I mean, I've made some cards with you guys already, but I'm going to be making a lot more this summer. Yeah, these are coming out really pretty. And of course, you go into the stores and they are like handmade card, and it's like $5 to $10. And I'm like, are you kidding me? It's like a piece of grass and a bug and then a little bit of a sky, and they're getting like $10. I wouldn't dare to charge $10. If I had an elaborate card, like with my Lavinia stamps, that I'm doing like this entire this entire scene, and that is taking me an hour to do that card, yeah, that's going to be a $10 card. But is that my norm? No, it is not my norm. So these two at the top are the ones that coordinate with the punch. And then look at all the nice words. She's got that tucked in there. Well, anyways, the words are in here. Yeah. So a lot of different varieties I can get if I use this set exclusively. Now, let's add these to our flower bundle. Now, should I keep... Well, you know what? I have some other flowers that are of this shape. Maybe I'll keep these in a separate one. I was going to put all the flowers together. I have the trees. that I want to do, and I have some birds that I want to do. That will be eventually. That's not going to be right now. But for now, that's what we got accomplished. I'm happy with that. And like I said, these, I mean, I may even put like a button or something in the middle, or a circle, punch, decorated something. Mostly it's probably going to be like a sequin or a jewel, something like that. So, all right. And look at all the room I have in here to keep filling this up. Like, I am going to keep making, there's all different types of flowers that I have that I'm going to make. I mean, maybe I could have like a whole thing of flowers. I don't know. I have either 3, I might have 6 of these. I think I have 3 in blue and 3 in red or something like that. So, I don't know. I'll dig them out and I'll use them. But these are what I'm planning to use as my punch out die cuts. And I'm hoping to have it filled up. I mean, these are deep. I'm hoping to have them quite filled up. Thank you so much for tuning in. Just a little craft along with me as I actually use the stamps that I just bought and use the punches and the inks. All of it. Which it's kind of fun to actually use the things. And then I'm also going to just take the punches and punch out of the decorative papers. I'm not going to stamp all of them that are going to be in here. Some of them are just going to be the decorative papers. I have a whole bunch of little offcuts. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to stamp a bunch and just load them up into here. Thanks so much for tuning in. Check out my website, elementalenерgieswithchrisanne.com. Lots of fun stuff there, including my deck that's on pre-order. Please subscribe to my channel. That helps me out a lot. Take care and be free.